Hello, my name is Marisha Twillie, and I go to Easton Public Charter High School. I'm 17 years old, and I live in Little Rock, Arkansas. My mother said I was interested in art at a very young age. Art has definitely helped me socially because it has widened my social circle because I'm a very shy person. My favorite artists are Steve McCurry and Norman Rockwell. Steve McCurry's photo in the National Geographic article, A Life Revealed, is a very inspirational photo to me because it captures the audience eye, and as a photographer myself, I love to be able to give a voice to my photos. Just like him. Norman Rockwell is my favorite artist because one of my most favorite pieces of his art is Rosie the Riveter. I love this piece because it is so bold, just like its message, which is a symbol of feminism and women's economic power. As a young artist, I love to follow Rockwell's example of bold and contrasting colors that create a certain mood. Not only have artists influenced me also, normal people in my life, such as my mother and my art teacher, Miss King, and my Uncle Mark, have influenced me. My mother influenced me with her own artwork and her encouragement in my work. Miss King has most certainly not been my first art teacher, but has been my most influential because she has pushed me to do my best work and given me a great art education. My uncle has given me influence with his ideas and research of art around the world. Art has also given me a new perspective on my school life because it has helped me become a great problem solver, and I think it will also help me in my future career to become a plastic surgeon. In the future, even though I don't want to pursue a career in art, I would be interested in using my art to give back to my community by creating a mural. That's why I've set up my first piece, Bright Night, the way I did. The media that I most prefer to work in is painting. What influences my artwork the most is other people's art. But also sometimes when I just play around with art supplies, ideas come to me. Over the last 2 years, my art experience has taken place in my high school under the guidance of my art teacher, Miss King. I'm currently enrolled in AP Art, and my most successful piece of art is Space Mountain, which I have been told many times by my classmates that this is my best piece of work because it looks like a painting, even though it's a picture that I've taken and used computer effects to create a certain look to it. My favorite art piece of my collection is Bright Night because I just love the colors and the lively feel of it. Also, I think that it is my favorite because I painted it. The first piece that I would like to discuss is Hijacked Cadillac. It's a photo I took on my summer trip to the Grand Canyon. Along the way, my family and I stopped at a public piece of art created in 1974 by Chip Lloyd, Hudson Marquez, and Doug Michaels called Cadillac Ranch. This is where my family and I added our own spray paint can messages to the Cadillacs and took amazing pictures of this. I think the sculpture captured my eye because I absolutely love old cars, especially mid-20th century cars like the Cadillac. My second piece is Bright Night. It's something that I made that shows the moon and a tree, which are my favorite things to draw. This became my creative depiction of nature's beauty. And even though this piece was made on a whim, I believe I was inspired by Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night because of the bright colors that are very similar to the ones that he used to create stars. And this piece also gives off a happy feeling as the stars are dancing in the sky. It was painted on a canvas using only acrylic. Space Mountain is a piece that I created in AP Art. I used a picture that I took of the colored desert, and by adding computer effects, I believe it makes this simple photo become more like a painting or even a scene in a comic book when you're on a strange planet. Almost like something's gonna come out from over this mountain and start attacking, just like in Star Trek. I believe my idea to create this piece came from wanting to make a scene that you could use in a movie. Next is my piece called Holy Mother of Stamps. This is a printmaking piece that I made in Miss King's Art 1. The reason why I call it Holy Mother of Stamps is because after I made this piece, many people told me that it looks like Mother Mary. And although I have to agree with my viewers that this does look like a picture of the Mother Mary in a holy scene, it is absolutely not what you think it is. It's just a picture of a girl who is trying to pose like a model, just like any normal girl who loves to stand in front of a mirror and entertain a fake audience. I believe I could do more pieces just like this because I would love to explore the world of printmaking. This piece was made with a printing block, and I plastered it onto a piece of old wood from my house, which is 100 years old. Another amazing factor of this piece is its texture. I chose Diego Rivera because he is a muralist who paved the way for public art. Though he was not exactly like Norman Rockwell and Pablo Picasso, famous artists of the time, they did share the one idea of making political views accessible to the public eye. My piece, The March Towards Victory, is a piece I painted in my first year of art. It was my independent art project for Art 1. For this piece, I chose to use a mixed media of paint, glue, and smoke, creating a visual interest that would imitate metal soldering. Just like Riviera, my inspiration came from Russia.
I combined 2 Russian World War I posters to make a new war poster. I believe this piece depicts the coldness and true darkness of war in its blue background and the violence